Do you ever feel like you're going through your life, but you're not really in it? Like, you're showing up, you're doing what needs to get done, but something feels off and maybe you don't have the same focus or clarity that you used to have. And in those moments, it's easy to think that maybe you've lost your spark, that maybe something's wrong. But maybe you haven't lost your spark. Maybe it's just that you haven't been shown how to hold it. Many of us don't know how to do that. We have a steady flame inside of us, but sometimes the energy that we have, we push it away or we just run ourselves into the ground. And when that happens, we either burn out or we go quiet. And neither feels like you. Burnout feels like you're constantly giving, pushing, trying to hold everything together. And if you go quiet, well, then you feel like you've lost your motivation, like you've lost your clarity, your spark. But both of those are actually pointing to the same thing. You just haven't been given a space to be able to hold your energy in a way where it's balanced and it's even and it nourishes you. And this is where something really important comes in, the art of containment. Now, when I talk about containment, I'm not talking about holding everything in or controlling yourself to a point where you don't feel comfortable. It's quite the opposite. Containment means holding a space for your beautiful, vital energy and keeping it there so that you can use it when you want to do all the wonderful, fantastic things that you love to do. And what does that mean? How do I hold my energy in a space? Well, the space is you, it's your body, it's your mind, it's your emotions. But the first step in getting there is making sure that your energy doesn't leak out. If you try to cultivate vitality, but there are areas where you're just using up too much energy, in other words, leaky bits, then it's going to leak out. If you are filling up a tire and there's a hole in that tire, what happens? The air invariably will leak out no matter how much you try to fill it up. So this is what I'm getting at. So containment is a beautiful thing where we create a container, a strength, a home for your energy so that it doesn't leak. And the first step in doing that is making sure that we reduce stress, that you feel safe, that you feel held yourself in a supportive space. And that's what these conversations are for. So again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with how you're feeling. It's wonderful that you know where you're at and then we can do something about it. And even if you're just feeling a little bit off, it's not dramatic. This is a really good place for you to take notice because we don't want to go to extremes. The whole point is we want to come to our center, to our core, and we want to make sure that we have a lot of awareness around when we start to go a little bit off kilter. That way it's easier to bring us back to center. So that way that you can feed your energy before you burn out. That's the idea of containing your energy and embodying your magic. So instead of trying to fix how you feel, if something's uncomfortable, I'm going to invite you to embrace it, to work with it. Because again, it's the awareness that you need in order to figure out what do you need. If you didn't have these signals from your body, you wouldn't know. Or maybe they're coming from your emotions, or maybe you're having thoughts that you feel like they just don't resemble you anymore. It doesn't feel like you, and you want to feel fully and completely alive. And everything that you need to do that, you already have. You don't need to go get it somewhere else. You just maybe need a bit of space to sit with it, to recognize it, and to give it a little TLC. So I'd like to invite you into a really simple practice to help you to get grounded and to do that. If you're sitting in a chair where you can lean back, do that now. And feel the back of your body being supported by your chair. And then take 3 nice deep breaths. So breathing in and breathing out. And I'd like you to imagine that you're breathing in vitality and energy and you're breathing out stress and anything that no longer resembles you in your life. So keep breathing. Focusing on feeling grounded, feeling supported, feeling the movement of your belly rising and falling with those breaths. Really good. Now, I want you to continue to breathe and imagine a time where you felt all jazzed up and full of good energy. not scattered energy, energy that was really strong, solid, steady, and powerful. And imagine where you were, who you were with, what you were doing. Imagine what you looked like, how you spoke to people. Imagine yourself walking into a room right now. And hang on to that sensation in your body, that feeling of, I love this moment. I felt fully alive in this moment. Go back there, be that, hold that. That's what I'd like you to contain from our practice today. So breathing in and breathing out. If you had your eyes closed, come back to me now. And I just wanted to say that this is a really shortened, simplified version of a bigger practice that we do in mind-body coaching. You can, at any time during your day, pause, breathe, and visualize an ideal self, and then start walking like her, talking like her, being like her, and see if that doesn't start to shift your energy. This is a space for you to begin. But if you want to do more, and there's so much more that we can do, I invite you into the space of my mind-body coaching experience. It is an introductory workshop that helps you to go from stuck to clear. And it is an online workshop, so you can attend from anywhere at any time and go back to it as many times as you want. So the takeaway here is that your spark isn't something that you need to find. It's something that naturally comes back to you when you begin to hold yourself differently. So I invite you to practice this, to hold this idea of yourself close to your heart this week. And I'll see you again next week. Until then, burn bright and hold on to your magic.